What's going on, everyone? This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are joining us from. It is, in fact, a beautiful, wonderful day in my neck of the woods. Hopefully it is for you guys as well. Today, we're going to take a look at some new fun stuff that Polygon just announced, and I think is going to be beneficial not just for us in the crypto space, but enterprises the world over, as well as some fun stuff going on with housing. And then again, all they have, I say it all the time, all they have is FUD. The FUD that they try to discourage all of us from doing and digging into crypto, and they want you to stay in their system and not want you in this. So today, we're going to take a look at those things. But before we do that, do me a favor. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Consider smashing those likes. If you get to the end of the show, of course, make sure you like what you see first. And then at the end of the day, if you want to see more of the show, more Papa Joe, I have a Patreon. It's going on the bottom screen right here. And then if you want to get into some educational stuff, check out Crypto Confidential. It's in the link of the description of the video, as well as on the bottom of the screen. A lot of you have joined that. It has helped the channel out immensely, and I definitely do appreciate that for sure. So let's jump into the content and have fun, shall we? There's a live chat running. If you have any questions, throw them in there, and I'll try to address them as we get towards the end of the show. I like to say hey to everybody. So Bitcoin is down on the day, but it looks like it's trying to tick up for the morning. Let's go over here to the day. It is, in fact, still having fun over there. This is going to be interesting for what I'm about to show you guys here in a minute. Because I just realized that my TikTok that's running here is in view of something I needed to see. Anyhow, we'll deal with it in a minute. Dow is up, of course, so is the NASDAQ, so is the S&P 500, but Bitcoin is down. Very interesting. Very interesting. Usually they're correlated. Gold is up. Silver's down. Let's see. Look at Divi. Divi is one of those sleeping giants. I've said it many, many times, and I'm not going to stop saying it. Divi is building a foundation that is going to explode. There is stuff that they're building that no one else is doing, and it is phenomenal. I highly recommend you'll check them out. Not financial advice, tax advice, or legal advice. By the way, tell me what you're drinking in the chat. I'm drinking some coffee. Black, no cream, no sugar. Gotta love it. So let's jump into what do we got over here. We've got Matic, Polygon. They just announced some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to run through that in just a moment. They had a nice long Twitter thread, but I'm gonna run through that. Axie is doing its thing. It's all kind of sitting still. Yesterday, dadgum Shiba was up 30-something%. That one was a meme coin until they started building out an ecosystem, something that I find very fascinating. Oh, hey, look, the stupid home mortgage, the interest rates are up again, almost 6%. Actually, they're above 6%. So we'll take a look at some of that stuff here in just a little bit as well. So I need to stop sharing this screen. Come back over here. We're going to share another screen if I can remember to put it in there appropriately. Stop sharing. Share. Okay. So before we do that, by the way, I'm about to show you some fascinating technology, okay? I'm going to run this through. I'm going to take, if you don't know much about what Polygon's building, here is a tidbit about what they are building. A little bit of a video, and the reason I wanted to show you over here is because it is a little bit of a video. They did do an announcement, and I'll kind of run through the thread here in a minute. Today, we announced the launch of the first Polygon integrated, or ID integration. If I can bump this up for everybody. Yeah, so the Polygon ID, Polygon DAO. The Polygon ID is a self-sovereign identity solution powered by zero-knowledge or ZK cryptography that brings huge potential for DAO governance. So there's a lot more to unpack with that particular thing. I'm going to get into some other major use cases for that here in just a moment. But before we do that, I'm going to
As the boundaries between our offline and online lives continue to blur, the significance of one's digital identity is becoming more and more apparent. Currently, it's difficult to prove your identity without revealing sensitive, private information. Polygon ID offers a decentralized, self-sovereign, and privacy-focused identity management solution for Web 2 and Web 3, powered by zero-knowledge technology. It enables users and enterprises to maintain privacy and retain full control over their digital identity. Thanks to zero-knowledge proofs, everyone using Polygon ID can prove any aspect of their identity on-chain without having to disclose personal information. Where can you verify your identity with Polygon ID? The answer? Pretty much everywhere. Moreover, differently than centralized identity management solutions, it allows any user to create zero-knowledge claims, guaranteeing freedom of expression for users, issuers, and verifiers. Polygon ID lays the groundwork for societal transformation by providing a platform that makes freedom of expression, digital inclusion, and programmable privacy finally possible. The future of digital identity is here. Stay tuned for more.
Cool stuff, huh, people? Legitimately, that is like something that nobody really realizes how amazing and powerful that is there. So let me just kind of break it down for just a second here. Any enterprise touches some sort of identity management system. Not having to prove who you are is a very big deal. Now, this is one of the major things that enterprises the world over put into place to protect themselves from any nefarious actors trying to get into their systems, right? So this usually there's a username, there's a password, sometimes there's Kerberos, which involves some sort of certificate handshake. And then there's also two-factor authentication, which is another type of certificate and handshake, which is usually done with some sort of bio logging and all that fun stuff. So this is on a blockchain. This is everywhere and yet nowhere. This allows humanity to actually have the opportunity to remove the constructs and control that have been placed on everybody through the use of identity management systems that are currently set up. And I can tell you right now, they are the most cumbersome, frustrating, and expensive things. This is an open source platform. It's beautiful. Zero knowledge is a powerful technology. I'm going to pull this up and it's going to try to play again. Hang on. Where is my where did it go? I'm going to refresh the page. I should be able to see. There it is. Thread reader. I have updated my, what you want to call it, my Twitter to be able to allow me to do this without scrolling through and everything. So Polygon ID flips the internet's trust model. It turns it into a trustless model. Too often we are forced to trade data for access to the most basic services on the web. Your personal information, social security number, driver's license number, your date of birth, where you live, things like that. And I can tell you right now, it's publicly available. All these hacks that happen all over the place, your identity gets stolen, your credit cards get stolen, blah, 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 blah. This effectively allows you to, it basically blocks all that information from getting out publicly. And then it's a trustless environment. Basically, they trust that it's been verified one time somewhere else effectively, and it's certificate based. You know, those public and private keys, those are certificates in the technology world, in the IT world. A public certificate, a private certificate, they are very much very similar, but they are also very, very, very different. So instead of platforms, instead, platforms should be asking us to provide information we control. So the user, this is a diagram of it here. If you guys are watching on other platforms, I have one running on YouTube right now, a live stream. You can see it there. Some of the platforms that I'm streaming on, they aren't letting me stream from the computer yet. So we'll see. Soon enough. Enough feedback there. Anyways, so Polygon ID, you should pay attention to what's going on here. The user can effectively select all the different pieces that they want to go into to identify themselves. Well, guess what? That allows it to be able to go into a zero knowledge proof. In other words, a proof that you are who you say you are. It gets locked into that proof. And then that is then used to identify you. You don't have to publicly put your information out on the web anymore. You can actually user all your data, and then your current model is you basically provide it in plain text, and the organization gets to see everything about you. Well, now using this, it effectively goes through, you put all your data into all these different proofs. Guess what? It's a selection of data information that you give to them that has already been proven. They have to just trust that it's been proven into the blockchain, just like a trustless system. That's what it is. It's the same thing, but this is on identity management. It's very, very powerful stuff. Polygon ID puts users in complete control of their data. With ID, you don't need to selectively disclose any info about yourself. The platforms you use check proofs that you're about your identity. Not the way it's done anymore at all. They never see what was used to generate those proofs. They never see them. It's a beautiful thing. So here's another diagram. Can I use your service? All the current system is they have to provide everything. If you want to use a service, the user can then select what they're going to put in as a proof that it's been verified and it's proven out that it is in fact what it say they are. It goes through the Polygon blockchain, gets verified, etc., generates a zero knowledge verifiable proof. Then that company or that organization can then verify that it has been proved, that it has been processed, it is in fact you are who you say you are. So how does it work? ID is built using zero knowledge proofs. If you don't know what that is, do some research. It is a lot to unpack for a YouTube video. To be very honest with you, it really is. Anyways, so you can prove who you say you are without revealing any personal information. It combines the identity tree, identity tree, I guess is what it is, protocol, and Circum zero knowledge, whatever toolkit to create the most powerful application of zero knowledge technology that can run on a mobile device. Huge. You as the individual control your identity. I'm going somewhere with this too. This is also some pretty cool stuff. Old blockchain-based voting systems link voting behavior and public identities like wallets. Polygon ID lets DAOs, or systems who set up their votings, to allow only those who have received valid attestations to participate in voting. Once verified, activity is completely private. Polygon ID also creates a possibility for fully private and verifiable reputation building. Anyone adding value to a DAO can be rewarded with claims for their work. Those claims can then serve as a basis for financial incentive and decision-making powers within the DAO. This goes live today. An open source voting module, using Polygon ID on Grazly. I'm going to really mess this up. It's the platform that it's on. Grail XYZ. There we go. Users can participate in one human equal one vote on the Polygon DAO. Governance with ID issued claims coming soon. On-chain recording of votes can make smart contract execution in a zero knowledge environment a reality. You guys see where this could be beneficial in the real world? Voting and proving that one human is voting one vote, and then having verification of it without actually knowing that human is. You see where I'm going? It's voter ID on steroids. Basically, you go through, you identify who you are, and that gets passed through and through a proof that you are who you say you are, that it is provable that you are who you say you are, and it gets traced back to the proof initial, et cetera. You see where this is going? See how valuable this could be in the world of, the recent history of our country? be very careful. This is more of that part is more of a discussion for the Patreon. Check that out. It's only $5 a month. It is highly recommended for stuff like that. Anyways, to summarize, Polygon ND enables anonymous credited. Excuse me. It enables anonymous credentialed voting, private proof of personhood, and private reputation building. There's an entire setup on their blog what this is. And try it today, etc., etc. There's a tremendous ecosystem that Polygon is building. They are a layer 1. They are also a layer 2 for Ethereum. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a big deal. Let's go back over here for just a second. Just want to put it into perspective for everybody. Actually, before we do that, let's go back over here real quick. So they have all these different solutions. They have their proof of stake. You can stake the coins inside of their ecosystem. Their supernets, by the way, supernets is going to be so that it is simple and easy for even folks who are not tech savvy to get in and build a blockchain or a smart contract and run it. Almost kind of like what Nick and team are doing with the wallet side of things, with the staking side of things, with the masternode side of things. They're actually going to make it so that you can spin up your own blockchain to do what you want to do. Quick, simple, and easy. So there's also the Polygon Avail, which is a scalable data availability blockchain. Polygon Zero, which is their zero knowledge rollup. Cool stuff there. So many different things. I covered Hermes at one point, so check that out. Definitely would be one you want to check out. The Polygon, not Hermes. Hermes is part of the validation process, the validator stuff. I have built a Polygon validator in the past. That's what that. There's that, and then the proof of stake piece. Excuse me, that and Edge. It's two different things. Polygon Edge is a major piece for your actual framework. I digress. The Nightfall, which is their privacy-focused rollup. This all ties together. The Polygon ID, huge. Polygon ID is huge. So let's go back over here real quick. Think about how as the world turns. If you wanted to go buy a house and you needed to verify who you were to the title company, or the title needed to be verified who it was or what it was. All of this type of stuff makes this an immense growth possibility inside of the blockchain ecosystems. Polygon is not a joke. Polygon is something that you really need to pay attention to. I'm not trying to give you guys financial advice. They're actually building something. They're actually building products that the enterprises the world over will use. And I really mean that the world over. Everybody uses a Microsoft domain if you're an enterprise, so you can have your people log in. Some shifts are being made around that and whatnot. So yeah, this Polygon ID is something that they will all pick up and they will all start to use, because if you don't have to be able to verify who you say you are, and you can get in there and you can actually prove that you are who you say you are, that is not something that any enterprise is going to give up. Think about our voting systems. Think about buying a house. Think about buying a car. Think about all of these different pieces where you, anywhere and everywhere, you got to prove that you are who you say you are. Go to the doctor's office. Need your license, please. Identification, please. Who are you? Well, now you have a zero knowledge proof that you are who you say you are. And it has been proven through a process inside of a blockchain. And then now what's coming, that you'll be able to take actionable items based off of that blockchain inside of a smart contract. This is a little more of a technical discussion today. I do apologize, but that is massively amazing. Okay? This could not have been launched at a more perfect time. Polygon's price, Matic's price, is down. It's down off of its high. It's at 41 cents. Let's go back over here. It's at wrong button. It's at 41 cents. Polygon's high was almost $3. And that's without it even getting to the point to where it is today. There's a reason why Mark Cuban, Kevin O'Leary, and people like that are actually invested in Polygon. There is a reason why major money is behind Polygon as far as its technology being built is concerned. The token is but one of the many, many things stuff. This is insanely low on the price, folks. I cannot begin to express to you the amount of, from a business standpoint, again, this is not financial advice, but from a business standpoint, this is not a joke. They're actually building a solution that the world actually needs and the world is about to consume. The very fact that Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary and people like that are invested in this and they know this type of technology is coming, who do you think they're not talking to? The businesses in the world who do this kind of stuff? Yeah, they are. They're invested in it. They want people to buy into this because they're invested in it. Polygon's spending serious money in some of this stuff. I have a write-up, an article that I've written up about Polygon that will be going into, well, you know what? Never mind. We'll rewind that. We're not going to talk about that. Something for Crypto Confidential. Just put it that way. Check out that if you want to check it out. Anyways, cool, fun, different stuff there. Anyways, so we are going to have some fun as we run forward here. So let's just shift gears for a second. So there's a housing bust that is taking place. All of the ingredients seemed in place for 2020's start for a continued housing boom. But now the market has priced itself for a sharp reversal. I wonder why. Yeah, I wonder why. Well, I don't know. Maybe because they printed too much money and there's a major inflation problem. Americans housing, and then they're having to raise the interest rates, so that people can't actually buy a house. If the interest rates on a fixed mortgage are 5.78%, people even with a six-figure job would have a hard time if they had to be a hard time to actually make that payment. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I did the math a while ago. If you had just a simple six-figure job, and you, let's say, you had no dependents, whatever it is, you ended up with like $3,500 a month in one of your $3,500 per paycheck kind of thing, right? I don't know. I have no idea. Just simple running through a website calculator, right? 5.78% on a $500,000 mortgage or a $550,000 mortgage. You're looking at $3,500 or thereabouts. So one entire paycheck has to go to pay for your mortgage. How does someone survive off of one paycheck effectively? For food, gas, which is expensive now, car, which is expensive now, everything else. You don't have the money to live. I'm talking like a single person who has that type of job, no other responsibilities, etc., no other mouths to feed, whatever. How do you do that? You don't. So yeah, now people are going, I can't afford that anymore, not with these rates. The home prices, $550,000 house has to come down to about $400,000, $350,000 for it to be affordable. That's how much it has to come down for it to be affordable. So yeah, we're going to have a major correction here. It may not be as bad as 2008, and that's fine. It's not necessarily whatever. Anyways, the housing market has still had a lot of going on at the start of this year, but it wasn't enough to surmount a doubling in mortgage rates. Doubling. It's actually going to end up being more than double in combination with the presently high prices. People, hold on tight. This is the bedrock of the economy. We are seriously going to be in trouble. But then again, you have the co-founder of Absolute Strategy Research is saying that past crypto rallies show Bitcoin tends to fall roughly 80% from all-time highs. Such a drop in 2022 would likely drag the world's biggest token down to $13,000, a key support area, according to this idiot. He has no idea what he's talking about with crypto. He's not wrong on that part, but I will go ahead and tell you right now. The 200-day moving average, 200-week moving average, it slightly crossed a wick down below it, but it didn't go below it. Crazy stuff. Yeah, Bitcoin is a warning sign for global deleveraging. Bitcoin has no lender of last resort for those who take undue risks. Bitcoin's recent leverage cleansing is par for the course for a truly scarce asset. So basically, they're calling it a great cleansing. I don't have time to run through the whole thing, but they're calling it a great cleansing, meaning anybody who was foolish and got into the leverage stuff with a scarce asset is at the end of the day is cleaning house. I don't know. Let's run through the chat here real quick, guys and gals. I have to meeting here in 2 minutes, quite literally. Fun stuff. Tom, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Joey, what's going on? Appreciate you being here. Or Joe. It's Joe. What's up, Joe? Twigs, how you doing? Appreciate you being here today. Gloria, how are you? Thanks for jumping in and being part of the show today. It really does mean a lot to me for sure. On my way to get firewood for the coming winter. Always be prepared. Fantastic. I actually still have some logs I need to go split. Although I use mine for cooking food. So I have hickory for food, oak for the fireplace, and yeah. Always be prepared. Be ready for it. Johnny Mattis, what is up? Appreciate you jumping in and being part of the show today. Crypto Anna, yes, Matic is not a joke. It is a big deal. Please pay attention to Matic. Kim, what's going on? How are you today? Appreciate you being here. Gary, no, it is very hot today. It is very hot today. Where I am at is very hot today. Appreciate you being here for today. I missed what you were talking about. Yep. Well, go back and watch the beginning. Love it. Thank you for being part of the show. Who else we got here today? My mouse is not working here. Microsoft partnered with DigiID. I go check a look into that. Microsoft is somebody that needs to just go away. Let's see who else we got here. We've got Rick. How's it going, brother? Appreciate you being here today. I love it. Thanks for jumping in and being part of the show. All right, guys and gals, it is Wednesday. I have a meeting immediately at 1 o'clock on Wednesdays, so I do apologize for abruptly leaving. If you like the show and you got this far in it and you really like what you have here, do me a favor, smash the likes. It does let YouTube know that you liked it and that other people probably will as well. And consider subscribing. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you never miss when I go live or post anything. And then also, if you want to see more Papa Joe, check out the Patreon. It's only $5. That's it. $5. Not a lot. It's a cup of coffee. So that, and if you want to have any more personal training with a group of individuals who really know what they're doing, check out Crypto Confidential. Scrolling on the bottom of the screen, and it is linked in the description of the video. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. I will see you all this afternoon. Bye-bye.